Manchester radio station.
And now we present Al Jolson, a centenary celebration. The narrator is David Hume.
Al Jolson was one of those huddled masses, an Eastern European immigrant who entered America under the shadow of the Statue of Liberty and who was to cast a giant shadow himself across the world of entertainment. He was born 100 years ago this month, the youngest son of cantor Moses Reuben Yoelson in a tiny Lithuanian village called Shrednik. But the Jolson legend itself was born almost 90 years ago in New York. Listen now to Al Jolson himself, recalling that moment.
I was nothing. Just a poor little kid on the streets of Washington, D.C., shining shoes, selling papers, or anything. I can remember the first job I ever got singing. I was passing the stage door of a theater on 29th Street in New York City. The great Faye Templeton was rehearsing a new song. I stood there and listened, until I was singing along with her. Finally, I remembered I was hungry. You get awful hungry when you're 11 years old. So I started walking down towards the Bowery, and I kept hearing the piano player playing that tune, and I kept getting hungrier, too. I didn't have any money, so I went to a joint named McGurk's or something like that, and I asked the guy if he'd give me a cup of coffee if I'd sing a song. He said, okay. And the song was, Rosie, you are my posy. You are my heart bouquet. Come out in the silvery moonlight. There's something sweet, love, I wanna say. Your honey, your little boy, I'm waiting. Those ruby lips to breathe. Don't be so captivating, my blushing Rosie, my posy sweet.
Asa Yoelson, his name quickly Americanized to Al Jolson, got his first taste of show business in Israel Zangwill's Children of the Ghetto. And his first big break came while he was still a teenager, with Lou Dockstatter's minstrel show, singing songs like this.
I come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee. As I went to Louisiana, my true love for to see. It rained all night the day I left. The weather, it was dry. The sun so hot I froze to death. Susanna, don't you cry. Susanna, don't you cry for me. I come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee. Susanna, don't you cry for me.
Brothers Jake and Lee Schubert heard Jolson in the minstrel show and quickly signed him up to appear in their famous Winter Garden. Jolson had arrived on Broadway.
Give my regard to Broadway, remember me to Herald Square. Tell all the gang at 42nd Street that I will soon be there. With thought of how I'm yearning to mingle with that old-time throng. Give my regard to old Broadway and say that I'll be there ere long.
Al Jolson was destined to become the friend and associate of a galaxy of famous and infamous people, like the gangster Al Capone, whose henchmen bustled Jolson into a limousine as he left a Chicago theater during the Roaring Twenties. They drove the Broadway star to a downtown hotel, where for 90 minutes he managed to overcome his fear to give the hoodlum a private performance, starting with April Showers. Capone was so taken with Jolson, he gave him a gold watch as his fee. And every time Jolson appeared in Chicago, Capone assigned him 2 bodyguards to protect him. Just one of the amazing stories in an amazing career. Let's listen now to that broadcasting legend, Walter Winchell, listing Jolson's famous friends in famous places.
Broadway, Times Square, 42nd Street, Irving Berlin, Cole Porter, Richard Rogers, Larry Hart, Oscar Hammerstein, Duke Ellington, Harold Arlen, Mac Gordon, Harry Revel, Gus Edwards, Flo Ziegfeld, George White, Helen Hayes, Ed Wynn, Earl Jolson, Mrs. Norman Krasner, the Palace Theater, George Jessel, Dave Chasen, George Burns, Gracie Allen, Pat Rooney, Joe Frisco, Ann Pennington, Ethel Waters, Sally Rand, Morton Downey, Ruby Keeler, Ruby Stevens, a chorus girl who became Barbara Stanwyck, Mark Hellinger, Mae West, Lena Horne, Milton Berle, Mary Martin, Harry Richmond, Ethel Merman, Ruth Etting, Sammy Fain, Red Skelton, George Rapp, Lucy and Desi, Jackie Gleason, Sammy Davis Jr., Roberta Sherwood, Dolores Reed, Mrs. Bob Hope. The Rich Brothers, Fred Allen, Fanny Bryce, Judy Garland, Simon Variety, the Bible of show business, the Billboard, the Vaudeville News, the Roxy, Low State, the Racing Form, the New York Mirror, Ben Burney, Groucho Chico and Harpo Marx, Clayton, Jackson, and Durante, Fred and Adele Astaire, Paul Whiteman, Bing Crosby, Helen Morgan, Francis Albert Sinatra, the Star Club, El Morocco, 21, Sophie Tucker, Murder Incorporated, Lepke, Legs Diamond, Dutch Schultz, Vincent Cole, Lucky Luciano, Chip the Blood, Polly Adler, Al Capone, John Edgar Hoover of the FBI, Luchow's, Toots Shaw's, Lindy's, Rubens, the Stage Deli, Dinty Moore's, Sardi's and the Automat, the Friars and the Lambs, Babe Ruth, Jack Dempsey, Charles Lindbergh, Damon Runyon, Girl Friday, Rose Bigman, Lotions of Love, to June Astor and Mary Elizabeth, and the genius composer of Give My Regards to Broadway, the Big Streets Anthem, George M. Cohan. Broadway, the Street of Dreams, Al's Broadway and mine.
Al Jolson went on to record numbers from his successful Broadway shows, songs like these.
Who paid the rent for Mrs. Rip Van Winkle? When Rip Van Winkle went away, and while he slept for 20 years, who was it kissed away her tears? She had no friends in the place, no one to embrace, but the landlord always left her with a smile on his face. Who paid the rent for Mrs. Rip Van Winkle when Rip Van Winkle went away?
Take 60.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hundreds of years ago, or maybe more, out on the Nile and on a lonely shore, Robinson Crusoe landed one fine day. No rent to pay, no wife to obey. His good man Friday was his only friend. He didn't borrow or lend. They built a little hut, lived there till Friday, but Saturday night it was shut. Where did Robinson Crusoe go with Friday on Saturday night? Every Saturday night they would start in to row. On Sunday morning they come staggering home. On this island live wild men in cannibal trimming. Where there are wild men, there must be wild women. Where did Robinson Crusoe go with Friday on Saturday night? Although he was old and he suffered from hunger, each time he came home, he looked 20 years younger. Where did Robinson Crusoe go with Friday on Saturday night?
By 1926, Al Jolson was earning $25,000 a week, making him the highest paid performer of that time. Warner Brothers were in financial trouble, and they approached Jolson to help boost them out of the doldrums. Jolson, the star of Broadway, took a gamble. He packed his bags and left for Hollywood to make the very first talking motion picture, The Jazz Singer. It was an instant success and changed the course of motion picture history. Jolson's follow-up, The Singing Fool, brought instant fame to songwriters De Silva Brown and Henderson, with that all-time tearjerker, Sonny Boy.
Climb up on my knee, Sonny boy. So you're only 3, Sonny boy. You've no way of knowing, there's no way of showing what you mean to me, Sonny boy. When there are gray skies, I don't mind the gray skies. You make them blue, Sonny boy. Please, I can't take it, I said it. Rain may forsake me, let them all forsake me. I still have you, Sonny boy. You're sent from heaven, and I know your worth. You made a heaven
right here on earth. And when I'm old and gray, dear, promise you won't stray, dear, from your dear old dad. Honey boy, when there are gray skies, I don't mind gray skies. I don't mind if you make them blue. Sonny boy, friends may forsake me. Let them all forsake me. I still have you. Sonny boy, you're sent from heaven, and I know your worth. Why, you made a heaven for me right here on earth. The angels, they grew lonely, and they took you because they were lonely. I'm lonely too. Sonny boy.
That record was to sell 3 million copies alone in 1928, and The Singing Fool was to gross more money than any other motion picture until the release of Gone with the Wind. Jolson's film career had begun with films like The Singing Kid, Hallelujah, I'm a Tramp, Say It With Songs, Big Boy, and of course the only motion picture he made with his wife Ruby Keeler, Go Into Your Dance. The main song of the film, Quarter to Nine, featured Al's voice and Ruby's feet.
Have a good time. You only live once. Life begins when somebody's eyes look into your own. Life begins when you've got your gal all alone. From morning until twilight, I don't know I'm alive, but I know love begins at 8:45. Stars are gonna twinkle and shine this evening about 8:45. My loving arms are gonna tenderly twine, sweet, sweet twine, around you, around 8:45. I know I won't be late, 'cause I have to have late. I'm gonna hurry back. I'll be waiting where the lane begins, waiting for you on Houston Pins, and then the world is gonna be fine, right on mine. This evening, about 8:45, and then the world is gonna be fine. This evening, about 8:45.
Al Jolson was also to appear in the film Rhapsody in Blue as a special tribute to his old friend George Gershwin.
I've been away from you a long time. I never thought I'd miss you so. Somehow I feel your love is real. Near you I want to be. The birds are singing, it is song time. The banjo strumming soft and low. I know that you yearn for me too. Swanee, you're calling me. Swanee, how I love you, my dear old Swanee. I'd give the world to be among the folks in DIX. I even know my mammy's waiting for me, praying for me down by the Swanee. The folks up north won't see me no more when I get to that Swanee shore. I love the old how I love you, my dear old Swanee. I'd give the world to be among the folks in GIX. I even know my mammy's waiting for me, praying for me down by the Swanee. The folks up north won't see me no more when I get to that Swanee shore.
When the USA entered the Second World War, Al Jolson was first again, the very first entertainer to appear before the troops at home and abroad. By the mid-1940s, Jolson had reached new heights. He was appearing on radio 7 days a week. Everyone was clamoring to have Jolson on their radio show. And he sang with stars like Eddie Cantor, Judy Garland, Doris Day, and Metropolitan Opera star Dorothy Kirsten.
You ready for the duet, Al?
Ready, Eddie?
Okay, Cookie, give us an intro. And Al, don't sing loud because I'm younger than you and my voice is changing.
For the better, I hope. Hit it, Cookie, hit it. Tootsie, tootsie, goodbye.
Tootsie, don't cry.
The little future train that takes me away from you. No words can tell how sad it makes me.
Kiss me, Tootsie, and then do it over again.
White feather nail, I'll never fail.
And if you don't get a letter, then you'll know I'm in jail.
Don't cry, Tootsie, don't cry.
Tootsie, Tootsie, goodbye. Thank you, Al Jolson. Thank you for the kind of an evening only you can make possible. You're still the world's greatest entertainer.
Everybody loves the baby, that's why I'm in love with you.
Pretty baby,
Me?
pretty baby.
And I'd like to be your father, mother, dad, and brother too. Pretty baby, pretty baby.
Won't you come and let me rock you in my cradle of love? I'll love you all the time.
Oh, I want a loving baby, and it might as well be you.
Oh, Asa.
Pretty baby of mine. Pretty baby of mine. Put your arms around me, Doris. Hold me tight.
Huddle up and cuddle up with all your might.
Oh, Doris, when you roll those eyes, eyes alive.
Now when you look at me, my heart begins to float.
Then what happens, baby?
Then it starts a rocking like a motorboat.
Oh, I never knew any girl like you. Oscar, chisel in at that piano while Dorothy gets the last chance of the season to sing a duet with a young crooner. Don't throw bouquets at me, and don't please my folks too much. Don't laugh at my jokes too much. People will say we're in love.
Don't sigh and gaze at me. Your sighs are so like mine. Your eyes mustn't glow like mine. People will say we're in love.
Don't start collecting things.
Give me my rose and my glove.
unexpected things. People will say we're in love.
Do you mind, Asa, what they say?
Not if you don't, Dorothy.
In 1946, Columbia Pictures asked Jolson for permission to film The Jolson Story. Jolson was asked to re-record his old hits under the direction of Maurice Stoloff. He did so, and added the most popular songs of the day.
There's just one place for me near you. It's like heaven to be near you. Times when we're apart, I can't face my heart. Say you'll never stray more than just 2 lips away. If my hours could be spent near you, I'd be more than content near you. Make my life worthwhile by telling me that I'll spend the rest of my days near you. Rebop.
By now, everyone was clamouring for the Jolson signature. Jokingly, he asked for an astronomical sum from Kraft Cheese, and got it. Now, Jolson had his own radio show, and his resident accompanist was the famous classical pianist Oscar Levant. A highlight of Jolson's radio series was the clowning around between the two men with songs like this.
That's beautiful, Oscar. I know that tune any place. Yes, sir, any place. That's Brahms' Lullaby. Brahms' Lullaby, that's what that is. Don't laugh.
It's Schubert's Serenade.
Schubert's Serenade?
Mm-hmm.
Fine thing. Schubert turns it back and Brahms steals his tune.
Ah, those old composers didn't have to steal music.
No?
They sat down and wrote it. For instance, listen to this Chopin Nocturne.
Wait a minute. Chopin wrote that? What a thief.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? Give me the Padgio, I'll show you. Oh, how I miss you tonight. Miss you when lights are low. Chopin's Nocturne. Play me something else of that guy Chopin. I'm going to expose him tonight. Go ahead. Play something else.
All right.
Go ahead, play something else.
All right, this time I'll play Fantasy Impromptu.
Fantasy Impromptu.
Don't tell me Chopin left at that.
Don't tell you. He most certainly did. Give me another pad and I'll show you. I'll show you. What do they call that again? Fantasy Impromptu, eh?
Impromptu.
Impromptu, all right. I'm always chasing rainbows, watching clouds drifting by. Didn't think that man Chopin. Didn't he ever write anything original?
Sure.
Didn't he ever write anything original?
Sure he did. Try and make something out of this.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. This is going too far. Chopin really stole that one. Play it and I'll show you. Till the end of time, long as stars are in the blue.
Wait a minute, Al. Wait a minute. If you're going to question the originality of the old masters, how about the song you stole?
Me steal? Oscar, I wouldn't take candy from a baby. Unless it was peppermint.
All kidding aside,
Yeah?
Al, how about Anniversary Song, which you claim to have written?
Claim? Wait, you hear? That's a public. I wrote that Next song, listen. Oh, how we danced on the night we were wed.
Wait a minute, Al. Isn't it a coincidence that a man named Ivan Ovici, you hear me?
Yeah.
Ivan Ovici wrote this melody?
Just a minute, Oscar, please. The guy stole it from me.
But Al, Ivan Ovici wrote this in 1821.
1821? He still could have stolen it from me.
I guess I can't win with you. Here's one that's completely original.
Yeah?
It's the Indian love ballad, Ramona.
I think I wrote that one, too.
For the first squaw in America, no doubt.
Maybe.
Think it over, boy.
I hear the mission bells above. Ramona, they're ringing out a song of love. I press you, caress you, and bless the day you taught me to care. I'll always remember the rambling rose you wore in your hair. Ramona, when day is done, you'll hear my call. Ramona, we'll meet beside the waterfall. I dread the dawn when I awake to find you gone. Ramona, I need you, my own.
But Jolson was as much a philanthropist as an entertainer. And during a musician's strike in New York, he recorded this song, giving the royalties to the newfound state of Israel.
Oh, sing a song of victory, Israel. Oh, sing it out forever, Israel. Oh, sing of all our glories of the past, and that we've won our promised land at last. Oh, ring the bells and tell the world we're free, and tell them all we gave for liberty. What people ever paid a price so high to see the star of David in the sky. Rejoice, lift your voice. This dream was not in vain. Oh Lord, help us rebuild our temples once again. Oh, sing of those who fought at every gate, and through the years endured a world of hate. Oh, sing of peace in which we all shall dwell. Oh, sing of peace forever, Israel. Rejoice, lift your voice. This dream was not in vain. Oh Lord, help us rebuild our temples once again. Oh, sing of those who fought at every gate, and through the years endured a world of hate. Oh, sing of peace in which we all shall dwell. Let us rejoice forever, Israel.
But back to films, and in the Jolson Story, the part of Al Jolson was played, of course, by Larry Parks, miming to Jolson's own voice. The showbiz press screamed for a follow-up, and Columbia obliged with Jolson Sings Again. And again, Larry Parks played the star role. At this time, Jolson was voted the top vocal entertainer in the world, beating stars like Perry Como, Bing Crosby, and a young beanpole of a man named Francis Albert Sinatra.
You know, as your singing is such a big success, even Frank Sinatra's imitating you. Frankie is imitating me? Yes, sir. In his last program, twice he tried to get up on one knee to sing.
In 1950, war broke out in Korea. Jolson was by then a very wealthy man. He could have retired and spent the rest of his life in quiet seclusion. But that wasn't Jolson. He needed to entertain his public, no matter where they were. And so Jolson entertained a new generation of GIs in Korea.
I'm that kid. I wouldn't take anything. I hope you can understand that. That's how I feel about it. And before I get maudlin and started crying, it would be the first bath I've had in a month.
And at home, Jolson entertained audiences like this.
It's only today that I'm really playing what you call the big time. Let me tell you, of all the wonderful audiences I've played to in my whole life, the ones that have given me the greatest thrill were thousands of miles away from Broadway. Those kids out there fighting and dying for the same ambition, to have peace and tolerance and democracy for the whole world. So as soon as I get a little better, I'm not so strong, I want to go back out there and sing for those kids. They promised me they'd fix it so I can sing this song. And by the song, I mean, man. The sun shines west. I know where the sun shines best. Manny, Manny, my heartstrings are tangled around Alabama. I'm a cunning. Sorry, I made you wait. I'm a cunning. I hope and trust that I'm not late. Manny, my little Manny, I'd walk a million miles, 1,000 miles, my Manny. The legend named Jolson.
Jolson the legend was to influence and inspire many showbiz careers, people like our very own Frankie Vaughan. We found him while he took a break from a star role in the London showing of 42nd Street, which has a strong Jolson connection.
The character I play in the show is the producer, and quite often I do feel, what if Al was playing this role, how would he play it? And of course I've always been influenced by Al Jolson, and there are areas of my performance that cannot be disregarded Jolson habits. When I come to singing a couple of the songs, 42nd Street and Lullaby at Broadway, I know that I have the Frankie Vaughan stamp that people recognize, but in that is the influence of Jolson. There's no doubt about it. And there's, again, the freedom of feel that I've always used, which has been Jolson influenced, of using my hands and my feet and every part of my body, that when I sing, it is 100% performance. Every time I perform is 100%. I think that is the essence of our Jolson. He was 100%er. He never laid back on anything. He gave it his 100% performance. In fact, in the show, one of the great songs that Al put his stamp on was a marvelous song called Quarter to Nine. And it chokes me that I can't sing it in the show, but I listen to Shani Wallace do it every night, every performance. She sings the song beautifully, but you can't take it away from Al. It was his song. When he sang a song, it was his. And that is the stamp of a great entertainer.
And yet another British personality remembers the Jolson magic, broadcaster David Jacobs.
Al Jolson came into my life when I was a very small lad because he was one of the favourite singers of my parents. My mother and father loved his singing, so they had his records on an old wind-up turntable, and we used to have it played in the front room. And then when we got onto the electric radiogram, of course, we got much better records. And they always talked about him as though he was some mystical star that they longed to see but hadn't been able to. And when the film of the Jolson Story was first shown in the mid-40s, I was there with everybody else longing to see what this story was going to be like about the man that we'd all worshipped in our family. And I, for one, certainly wasn't disappointed. In fact, quite the reverse. I think I saw that particular film about 5 times in 1 week. One used to sit through it time and time again. You didn't have to get out of your seat. You used to sit through it in one sitting for one ticket. So Jolson has played a very large part in my world of entertainment. He's played a huge part in everybody's, for that matter.
Comedian Bernie Winters too is a Jolson fan, and while appearing in Manchester, took time out to talk about his favourite star.
I was always fascinated by his voice. I found he had a quality that very few singers have. Someone like Judy Garland probably had the same type of quality in her voice. And also, up to date would be someone like Barbara Streisand. There's just some magic that they have in their voice that cuts them different from everybody else.
Not only has Jolson inspired many show business careers, he's also inspired many sound-alikes. But none so good as Yorkshire-born Clive Baldwin, who now earns a full-time living from his Jolson act in the United States. This is Clive Baldwin singing a song that Jolson himself never got the chance to perform.
Memories light the corners of my mind, misty watercolor memories of the way we were, scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another, for the way we were. Can it be that life was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? If we had the chance to do it all again, tell me, would we? Could we? Memories may be beautiful and yet what's too painful to remember, we simply choose to forget. So it's the laughter we will remember, we had the chance to do it all again, tell me, would we? Could we? Memories may be beautiful and yet what's too painful to remember, we simply choose to forget. So it's the laughter we will remember. Well, we remember the way we were, the way we were, the way we
Clive Baldwin, the best among a small army of Al Jolson sound-alikes. But Al Jolson himself was someone larger than life, with a heart as big as the legend. He left large sums of money to a whole range of charities, Catholic, Protestant and Jewish. He was someone about whom it's no exaggeration to say that when he sank to his knees in song, America and the world rose to its feet in praise.
I know a millionaire who's burdened down with care. A load is on his mind. He's thinking of the day when he must pass away and leave his wealth behind. I haven't any gold to leave when I grow old. Somehow it passed me by. I'm very poor, but still I leave a precious will when I must say goodbye. I leave the sunshine to the flowers. I leave the springtime to the trees. And to the old folks, I leave the memories of a baby upon their knees. I leave the nighttime to the dreamers. I leave the songbirds to the blind. I leave the moon above to those in love when I leave the world behind. When I leave the world behind. I leave the sunshine to the flowers. I leave the springtime to the trees. And to the old folks, I leave the memories of a baby on their knees. I leave the nighttime to the dreamers. I leave the songbirds to the blind. I leave the moon above to those in love when I leave the world behind. When I leave the world behind.
You've been listening to Al Jolson, a centenary celebration. The narrator was David Hume, and the programme was produced and written by Alex Klein and Terry Quigley of the British Jolson Society.